Hi and welcome back to the channel. This video is on the Watersnake T24 and how I attached it to my Nextgen 10 fishing kayak. So stick around and I'll give you all the details. Hi and welcome to the channel. I've had a Nextgen 10 by Kayaks to fish for a little while now. I'm very happy with it. A couple of minor things that I might have changed or want to change, but I've decided also to add the Watersnake electric motor, and that's a 24-pound thrust. So this video is basically just on what I've got and how I added it on. Three things I needed was one was the Watersnake, and it's got forward and reverse and 2-speed. First speed will draw about 9 amps, and the second speed, the faster, about 20 amps. I bought it off eBay, and actually I'm not affiliated to any of these companies that I'm about to mention, but I did buy it off eBay. The best price I found was about 145 delivered, which I was really rapt because some of them are up around the 200 to 300. And I got it from dingo.com.au, fishing and stuff. They sent me a sticker, so I'll dealt with you before and I've always been happy with the service and the product, so thanks very much. I hope you get some more sales out of this. The next thing I got was actually from Kayaks to Fish, was the bar. It's got a, bend this up for you. It's got the block on there. It actually goes around that way because it's got the 2 points where your motor clamps go into, and that'll lift up out of the water. So all it requires is the brackets that came with it. Screw them in. There's not actually a hole in the bar, so I'll have to drill my own and put that in, and on the other side as well. So that was actually the one designed for this from Kayaks to Fish and had that delivered. The battery is a 3.3 deep cycle, and I got that from, I'll give you a promotion, Battery World. That was down in Midland in Perth here, and I've already added just a little gauge so I know how much charge I've got in there. Now 3.3 amps running at 9 amps should give me about 3 to 3.5 hours, so once I get it out in the water we'll test that as well. So that's about it. All I've got to do is just attach all this and see how it goes, so let's get into it. Right, first things first, so that is going to have to raise up to lift the motor up, and we'll get that fairly even. There's a couple of screws there, so I don't want to interfere with those. First off, we'll just get tightened down into place roughly. One thing I thought they would have done is supplied some spring washers. If it starts to move or any problems, I'll go for a little bit of Loctite, I think. Well, these have already been pre-threaded by the company. They came like that, so I was pleased with that. A couple of things I will mention while I'm having a chat is I found that the rudder automatic drop and raise was a little bit tight and sticky, so I actually added a little bit of vegetable oil, and that really helped just on the mechanism, and it'll come up and down a lot quicker. The other thing, I had to readjust the cord that came with it, with the knob. The rope was far too long. It is a little bit stretchy, the cord, so it's not as simple and easy as they say, but with a bit of oil and probably replacing it with a non-stretch cord will be a lot better. Now the further out it sets, the more it's going to tend to always want to go to one way. So I'll bring it in a bit because it doesn't need to be out that far. That's as far as it's going to go in there, because there's these screw heads, so I can either put them on the other side, which I don't think is going to work, or just butt it up against. There. Don't need the handle out at the moment. And that'll actually tuck right up into there. So that's with it raised. It's not going to interfere with the battery. And the height adjustment will be once I get in the water. So the other thing to have a look at is if I can reach the controls, or am I way too far out. Put the handle out, let's see if we can sit in the boat and reach it. So yeah, once that's powering along, you can reach that, click click, and still hold a rod with the other hand. I want to do that. Happy with that, and I can just put a little piece of pipe on there as an extension. So that's going to work good. Right, the next thing is, because there's no holes drilled actually in the bar, I've got to do that. They've supplied the screws for it. Right, so let's get this hole drilled in there. That's all looking nice and square. That's nice and secure. We've got the battery there. I'll find a box for that. Motor on. So that's nice and tight. That will come up out of the way easy. And press your knob in, and you can raise it that way as well. And you screw on the back here for adjusting your height. So that'll be done once we hit the water. Well, first trial of putting the kayak in the water with the motor. We're at Lake Ninin. It's a salt lake, a lot drier than when I was here last time, so give it a go. A few flies around. I'm not sure how deep it's going to be, but it's a beautiful morning. Well, I've walked halfway across this lake out there, and it's only ankle deep, so trial number one failed. Well, we're in first and we are doing 4 kilometres an hour. All going well. That's the maximum. It's nice and calm. I don't think there's much current. So 4 k's an hour. We'll step it up one. Right, we're away now. And I've got about 6 k's an hour showing at the moment. I'll go over to this beach and see if I can adjust it slightly. Right. After being attacked by a bloody dog trying to come to the beach, we'll drop it down a little bit. Loosen that, loosen that. Right, dropped it down a little bit. Bit of wind. So we'll have another go. Right, got showing 6 knots. I think one of the tricks is to keep the boat even, keep your weight even. So yeah, we're getting a good 6 knots now. Well, all in all, that is pretty good. Remember to take the battery out when you lift it up to get your wheels back on. Apart from that, no major issues. So that's a success. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you found this useful, informative or entertaining. So keep the shiny side up and hopefully catch up with you next time. We'll see you out on the river or at one of the campsites. Please subscribe, and again, thanks very much for watching.